Hello there. My name is Greg, and I am putting together a video on some of the things that we do at our studios to communicate design. We do a lot of one of the things that we do a lot of is we do what we call mirrored wedding bands, or sometimes they're called wetters. And what they are is they're a band that fits right up against an engagement ring. In many cases, couples go out and they're so excited to be able to get the engagement ring that they kind of sort of forget, or they feel as though they've got plenty of time, maybe later on when they're ready to get married, to purchase a band that goes accents or goes up alongside the engagement ring, when in fact in many cases not the case. It's usually you're going to be limited to buying a band that really doesn't look in profile in match alongside the band, and so you're kind of compromising in terms of what you really want. The best solution is to build or design something that actually seamlessly sets up against the side of the edge of the shank or the ring shank, so that it really looks as though it was bought together. And it's very doable, but it requires a little bit more communication than just saying, "Oh yeah, I can do that." So what we do is, with the help of designing computers, we're able to capture the image like we have here of the original engagement ring, diamond engagement ring, and to be able to, right in front of them as they're watching, sitting and watching, we're able to build whatever they want up against the side of that. And I'm going to show you this so that you really get a good idea of how this is presented and how we do this. But this takes away the guessing of how something's going to look. In many years ago, jewelers used to try to sketch it out, and that's good to some degree, but this gives it more color, more drama, more perspective, more dimension. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start building this wedding band. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this image, because it's supposed to be white gold, but it looks more like yellow. So I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna actually outline it with this lasso, as they call it, and I'm gonna do the other side. And I'm going to brighten it up. It also has some yellowing, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I've got a white gold color. That looks more representative of the white. So from here now is I'm going to start to build my wedding bands. So really it's just about cutting and pasting. And now I'm going to draw it up, and I'm going to bring it down because it's a little bit too wide to work with this diamond. You don't want the band to be too much outside of the total length of the Asher diamond. So I think that's actually a real good dimension. And the customer really wants to do a little bit more. She wants to. It looks very elegant as a one-piece Asher diamond engagement ring, but she wants to be able to add the bands, but add another touch of something, and that something is going to be some diamonds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the area where we can actually start to apply some accent stones. Let me just get this in alignment here. There we go. And I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to start bringing in some diamonds for us to use. Now that was a little bit too big, but I have the ability, once again, to bring them at a size that would work. And I'm just going to copy over enough to fill that whole area. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ones on this side and copy them. And then take one out because it looks like it's a little bit too long. This picture was not done as a balance picture. Looks like this side is longer, so it's kind of angled. But I think this will work okay. So now what I'm going to do is we need something to hold these stones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge these stones along with this metal, and then I'm going to go ahead and utilize beads, which is very popular in a band like this, called bead setting. And I'm going to lay them down between the edges of the stones so that it creates a beaded look that is part of a setting. 2 more for the end. And of course I need to do the same thing on this side. Looks like this side might have gotten a little bit too wide, but I can take care of that. That's the power of working with computers, is that if you make a mistake, you can always edit it. So I can see here that it might be a little bit too wide, so I'm going to kind of bring that dark area down and see if I can remove some of it. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and bring it back into the original picture, which was that, and you can see now how everything looks presentable. But maybe the customer wants to also do a balance look, which means to take these wedding bands, or this wedding band, and provide it to the other side to kind of give it a balanced look. Well, that can be done very easily, and that's what I'm doing. Once again, it's more of a cut and paste program, so it's very easy for me to outline it, to cut it and paste it, and to put it where it belongs on the other side. So within the matter of 4 to 5 minutes, I was able to take an image, which I really didn't have to doctor up very much, and to provide the customer, the viewer, a great way to see if something like this would work. Now, this is just a small aspect of what designing with computers can do, but it has helped the industry immensely. At Jewel Smiths, we've been using them for probably close to 20 to 25 years to communicate design styles. But it's just a great way to be able to see how it all comes together. And the other thing is that there's no risk involved because we're not really physically altering the engagement ring at all. We're just adding things digitally. Thank you very much for watching.